Streamers are killing Tarkov, or are they not? Let's find out. The topic of how content creators affect the community, the developers, and the directional changes in the game's vector is quite significant. There have been several instances where a video has caused a stir, prompting BSG to start making rapid changes. For example, when a troublesome blogger posts a video about your favorite farming route and location, and it becomes unbearable to play there. Or when they expose cheaters and bugs which can make you lose the desire to play. Often, highlighting problems results in a ton of negativity from society. Showing bugs? Why you show them? Now everyone will start abusing them. Didn't show them?
Why are you silent about the game's issues?
Talked about cheaters? Why are you advertising cheating software? Didn't talk about them? Are you on BSG's payroll? One fact needs to be accepted. There will always be those who are dissatisfied and those who are satisfied. Let's examine the three pillars of content: educational, cheaters and bugs, and game balance. Let's start with the educational one. When a video shows that super overpowered farm route, an amazing AK build with a -25 recoil, or a super life hack on how to get rich without leaving the couch, naturally, the person who was using these strategies without that harmful video suffers. But the same person who just wrote an essay in the comments on how terrible the blogger is will watch the next video, which might not be as obvious to him. At least here everything is more or less clear. Content is created for those who need it, and if it's not useful for you, then being outraged about this is the same as going into a barber shop and starting yelling that they're completely crazy. Why don't they sell burgers here? After all, you want to eat? Regarding the fact that the price for building weapons suddenly increases, wars become outdated and pricing breaks down. The statistics show the most videos get their VIPs in the first 2 to 3 days, then slowly reach more significant numbers. Thus, the market frenzy when an item is suddenly bought out and costs millions actually passes quickly. What remains are the acquired skills. You might not have known how to build an AK for 50k, but now you'll know how to do it at least for the next wipe. The same goes for farm routes. You may disagree, but the field under the video is completely open for your essays, cheaters and bugs. This is a very slippery, hype, funny and sometimes sad type of content. If bugs, they're not so hard to resolve. It's a kind of funny to laugh at a bot getting smeared on the floor, the healer acting stupidly, or a wall being transparent. At least it's funny, until you lose the ability to heal, reload, eat, drink, with the 33 quest items in your backpack. But even this isn't so critical if it doesn't happen every raid. After all, we are all beta testers, and such videos simply help to pinpoint problem areas. This might be a more effective method than trying to spam the developer's email. And even if this leads to more abuse, it only increases the chance that the issue will be resolved. But obviously, it doesn't always work. BG, how many times do I have to remind you about the transparent column on the interchange and smoke grenades that works like a nightmare? Hello, can you hear me?
Just hear me out, please!
But cheaters is never funny. Even when we make jokes about some of them, there's still an unpleasant feeling inside. And the most annoying thing is that even if you make 1,000 videos on this topic, the maximum result we might achieve is that BG starts reporting how many cheaters were banned each week. If a video with more than 1 million views by God cannot make the developer take action to change the anti-cheat, develop their own, or add some unique AI that would personally come to the cheater's house and beat them up, then it's unlikely that new videos about cheaters carry any purpose other than to gather more views, especially if they don't say anything critical new. Therefore, I believe that videos about cheaters should contain proposals for solving problems that have not been previously highlighted. This could potentially improve the game, rather than just shouting, "Oh no, no, there's so many cheaters, how bad.
Oh no!
Yes, I know, there are many. It seems like everyone knows that. Practically speaking, even God showed on a chart that the demand for cheese has significantly increased. What caused this is a question, the answer to which we can only guess. Finally, I'm escaping from Tarkov. Many think that Tarkov is just a game. A game is supposed to be fun, a time when your efforts are rewarded with bright emotions. But that's only possible when efforts are rewarded with results. All you need is to subscribe to Patreon. You will learn everything and even more about how to learn to win, build weapons. Each guide is based on your needs. Become one of those who want to enjoy the game. Link in the description. Content based on game balance. The word meta is such a scary thing. Throughout all the vibes, BG has been trying to get rid of it. In the chase, we now have a dead 7.62 by 39 caliber because it used to be overpowered. Once upon a time, the M4A1 for 500k had almost no recoil, which upset the average players.
Honestly, I don't trust anyone anymore. I don't expect anything.
Even remember the PK-06 sight, it was so nice. Eventually, almost any weapon can be made playable for minimal sums. This is significantly better for newcomers, as it slightly narrows the gap between them and experienced players. Thus, videos discussing the so-called meta often help establish a so-called balance, but there are always plenty of dissatisfied people. Like, why talk about the VSS being cheap and deadly? Now they'll fix it and that's it. But the question is, what's the priority? To dominate those poor newcomers who have not figured out the game and what to use or not to use? Or at least show them how to stand up for themselves, while also pointing out to the developers where there is a clear imbalance? To me, the latter is the priority. And sometimes, incidentally, such videos can lead to serious changes. Recall even a video from Veritas a year ago, where he explained why Tarkov is unpleasant to play, after which there was a global patch that improved the game in all aspects. Most recently, remember Pestily. In an interview with Boyano, he discussed a lot. After which, they increased the loot in closed rooms on the streets of Tarkov and on the interchange. We suddenly saw a spike in key prices, which again causes complaints. But in fact, this update had to happen. Kiba and Ultra had been useless for several wipes, and now the location, though burgeoning with rats and goblins, has blossomed. So what's the conclusion? Are bloggers and streamers killing the game? From a practical standpoint, obviously not. At least because they bring in customers who buy the game. Gameplay-wise, some might say yes, they ruin everything, that it was better before when grenades killed within tens of meters, the game was unhurried and you could die from anything. But at the same time, other people are tired of campers and suggest adding knee crunching when you sit in a bush too long and having crows circle about them. Tarkov has been more dynamic, where there was no inertia, and conversely slowed down its pace. This is an endless process that considers the opinions of both bloggers and regular players. Otherwise, the concept of meta wouldn't be adjusted at all, but only encouraged. After all new streamers can grind it out. Videos about balance, bugs, cheaters, meta – it's just information that needs further processing by the developer themselves. Even if it may create inconveniences in the moment, in the long term it still leads to positives. Write your opinion on this matter. Thanks for watching until the end. See you next time. Bye bye.